What's up, guys? Americana back here with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the fact that I was in crypto for 4 years before I ever made a dime. 4 long, grueling years before I ever made any money or saw any results. We're going to get into the psychology behind it, what each year might have looked like, and hopefully you can relate it back to potentially something you're going through on your journey. Alright, so let's get into the video. Alright, sorry about 2 videos ago. I'm pretty sure I was in the way with my camera, blocking majority of the stuff. So I'm going to take a step back today. I'm going to be real small in the corner for you. If that happens again, make sure y'all drop it in the comments. Be like, we can't see you. We can't see the material, dog. Alright, because the material is more important than my face on the screen. Alright, so I do apologize about that. Alright, so majority of people, when they start their crypto journey, they start it near some sort of top. The hype gets to them, they hear about it on the news, they have a friend make a bunch of money on meme coins, they see influencers posting about it, right? Kim Kardashian is dropping her coin, whoever it may be, right? Whatever the hype around it, NFTs are going crazy, stuff like that. So people normally jump in at the wrong time and for the wrong reasons. Normally getting wrecked pretty much right away, right? Most people get into crypto thinking that it is a fast money game, thinking that, hey, I can put 2,000 in and in 3 months I'm going to be a millionaire. That mentality is not how it works, okay? That mentality is not one you should hold, and that mentality is pretty much guaranteed to lose you $2,000. So I want you guys right off the bat to have a much more long-term journey in mind, much long-term plan planned. That is what's going to help you succeed. All right, so we need to switch that mentality, and we'll get into what your plan or what your journey might actually look like if it is an established long-term plan. All right, but like I said, you'll see people posting, I made 100K overnight, or I went from 5,000 to 5 million on this meme coin, right? It's not going to be you. I'm sorry to break it to you. It will not be you, but you can make life-changing money in crypto still. It's just going to take 3, 4, 5 years to get there, all right? And that's okay, all right? If you have a plan, that's fine. You're willing to wait, okay? If you're actually serious about growing wealth in crypto, you need to understand that it is not a get-rich-quick scheme, okay? I said 3 to 5 years minimum to play out. It is a fast-moving game. It is fast-moving once it gets going, but you're going to have multiple years of up, down, sideways, left, right, volatile stuff, right? So here is how it really works, okay? Like I said, you're usually the person who bought the top and you're getting absolutely wrecked. And then most people quit. Most people say crypto's a scam, crypto is stupid, why do I keep getting into it every 4th year when it just declines 80% on me? Okay. Most people's journey will end there. If you make it past year 1, congratulations. All right. You have passed the first trial and you make it to year 2. Okay. These bars are 365 days apart. Okay. When you make it to year 2, and if your mentality has shifted to a more long-term plan, you are likely still losing. All right. Likely still down money. Okay. If you probably didn't buy as heavy as you needed to in here, okay? Plan shows you how to do otherwise, how to get it right the first time, but you're likely still losing, but you've seen some recovery. You might have even been up on this pump in here. You probably chased these highs a little bit, now you started allocating crazy money into the market when you should have been doing that back here, but that's okay. You're still in the game. You still have a long-term plan, so you'll probably be all right. Okay, year 3, right? So year 2, you're still pretty much losing, but you're a little bit break even. By year 3, you've figured out, let me stop buying every time the market pumps, and let me allocate some funds when the market dips. Lucky for you, there's a massive dip in year 3, okay? Hopefully here, by now, and what you've learned, you've allocated a large amount of funds in year 3. This is not, my plan does not work on time like this, right? SBS system does not work this way. But I'm saying if you're just going through it, not with no plan, but with a long-term plan, this is like the natural learning process, okay? Chasing pumps, you're stacking, likely have found some coins that you enjoy, that you have high conviction on, right? You're in it for the long term, Okay? If you make it past year 1, most people will make it to year 3. This is when when the tourists exit, if you must, or if you should say, right? And then year 4 is when everything becomes worth it. All right? You've made a lot of money. You are now rich, okay? You can now do what you would like to do, when you would like to do it, start your business, down payment on a house, retire your mom, vacation for the family, whatever you'd like to do. And your friends are calling you, yo, are you still in crypto? It's up right now. I'm thinking about buying, right? They're about to go start their year 1 journey and go ahead and get wrecked, right? But now you know better, okay? If you guys can make it to year 4, to year 5, right? It'll all be worth it, I promise. And if you have a system in place, okay, if you can already have your mentality, you want to be involved in crypto and you don't quit, this is what it's going to look like for you. This is exactly what it's going to look like. If you would like to use my system, I can show you how to get it right the first time. Yes, but you still have to have the mentality of it's going to take 4 or 5 years, okay? This is pretty much what it is going to look like for you, right? If you quit at any point along this journey, you will not be rewarded, okay? If you quit in year 1, you will not be rewarded. If you quit in year 2, you won't be rewarded. If you quit in year 3, not only will you not be rewarded, but you'll be pretty damn pissed because riches were like a year away, all right, and you weren't patient enough, okay? So the point of this video is to show you that whether you choose to use my system or not, I find my system to be very efficient, to be highly effective for beginners, right? Whether you choose to use my system or not, you are going to be on a long journey, okay? You're going to make it, right? 90% of y'all will not make it long term, right? At some point along these roads here, you will give up, okay? That's sad because depending when it is, you could be a years away from making money that will change your life forever. That will not only change your life forever in the current moment, as in like I sold a bunch of Bitcoin, I'm a millionaire, right? But now a light turns on. You know that this system works. You know that if you hold long term, it will work and you can do it again and again and again and again, right? So it'll affect your life forever, okay? Like I said, if you use my system or don't use my system and you end up making it in crypto, you're going to be on a 4-year journey. So you might as well use my system, learn my system, right? Let me help you so that instead of making 8x or 10x, right, you can make 20x, you can make 25x, right? And those 4 years will be a little bit more worth your time, okay? In a sense. If you're a person who's already made it to year 4, whether you used a system, my system, your own system, right? Congratulations. Like I said, you are better than 95% of people, right? Because most people do not make it in this market for the simple reason that they give up, all right? So don't be one of those people, okay? The journey is going to be long no matter what, okay? You give up any time before then, you're not going to make it. These are all relatively simple facts, but for some people, it needs to be said to them, okay? Some people, they need to be told that, hey, it's going to take a while, right? You people, I'm looking at you, okay? You're not going to get rich off meme coins overnight. You're not going to 20x some altcoin in the middle of a bear market. It doesn't work like that. If you watch my other videos, these things take off altogether, okay? Not going to catch some airdrop that's going to change your life, okay? But if you have a long-term plan, you got a shot. All right, so let's take a look at what these years would have looked like on my SBS system, okay? You say, hey, I understand it's going to be a long journey. I want to get in. Show me what to do, right? So what this is going to look like is this red area, you are going to allocate no funds at all. No matter the year, no matter the time. Like I said, the system does not work on time, but these examples of 4 to 5 years is what I have to offer you, right? In this purple area, you will allocate a small amount of funds, right? Here's our small dollars, okay? Allocate a small amount of funds, all right? This is going to prevent you from FOMO. This is going to give you practice making the purchases, sending it to your ledger. The patience, you're going to be checking it more often now that you have money invested. Okay, you have some emotional turmoil through these drops and things like that. You're going to be wondering, oh, does this plan work, right? It's going to help you build some conviction, and this is much the point where you're going to have to put your feet in the sand and be like, I'm sticking to this plan no matter what, right? Okay? Yellow zone, we're putting a little bit bigger money in, right? You should have had time to save up some funds, right? You should have time to get used to budgeting, build a budget. That's very important, okay? Saving and allocating funds for the future that you can put in when we reach this yellow zone, all right? If we reach this green zone, or when we reach this green zone, you are adding big bucks, okay? I don't care what you have to do to get them. I don't care if you need to sell sperm, plasma. I don't care if you need to sell your mom's liver, right? You are shoving as much money as you possibly can into the market at this time, okay? What's this going to do for you? What is following this simple little rainbow here going to do for you? It's going to bring your average down so much, right? Your average is going to be in this area, okay? 4,000, 6,500, somewhere in there. So that year 2, right, it's getting you out of that pain zone a lot quicker, right? Year 2, you're not FOMOing into coin. You're not FOMOing in here, right? You purchase in that area. Prices are too high, okay? You're going to get in profit sooner, right? It's going to make it a lot easier to hold, a lot more enjoyable to hold. And you can save, get back in the purple zone here. You can allocate some more funds, put some bigger bucks in, right? And then soon enough, we're back into the red, and we are simply waiting for the bull market to kick off, okay? Simple strategy, very effective, okay? Green zone has been hit. Every single bull market has touched that green zone, and if you allocated funds there at that time, you did very well, okay? This video is kind of a mental check, okay? If you are not ready to be in the crypto market for 4 to 5 years, don't even try. If you are going to try and you're ready to try, I would suggest using my model or I would suggest using my system or a similar system, okay? That's it for this video, guys. If you guys want to check out more about my system, I have my website in the bio. Go ahead and click that. I think I have some PDFs on there for you guys to claim. I have a free Discord on there for you guys. We can chat it up, right? Take advantage of that. Right now, I do not have very many subscribers, very many followers, but my knowledge is very vast, okay? My time to devote to you guys is very large, okay? Take advantage of that. Ask me questions. Hop in the Discord. I want to chat with each and every one of y'all. Let's build a plan, a long-term plan that works for you. We'll dive into your finances, into your budget, right? I just want to work with you guys. I want to help each and every one of you because this market does not need to be as complicated as people make it, okay? It does not, all right? And it doesn't need to be as scary either. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. I hope you'll have a great day, night, month, whatever. See you on the next one.